What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Dina, aka That Mixed Girl, back again with another reaction video. In this video, I'll be watching 10 shocking cases of family relationships. Did y'all hear that? Family relationships. This is about to gross me the hell out. I already know. So, yeah. Let's get into this video. And it's by The Riches. Again. Told y'all I love their
Next
videos.
to murder, one of the largest taboos in society is being involved in an incestuous relationship. From mother and sons, fathers and daughters, and brothers and sisters, we are told having relationships with our family members can land you behind bars. Though they face social taboos and risk of being arrested, that didn't stop these people from being a part of these 10 shocking cases of family relationships.
This is just gross.
The Colt family. The Colt family of Australia made headlines in 2014 when the matriarch of the family was arrested on charges of incest. A brother and sister couple started the family and moved to a communal housing block. The housing block eventually became the home to 4 generations of incest Colt family members. When authorities were tipped off, they found 40 family members living together and could tell something was off. Authorities decided to arrest the matriarch and took the children of the family who were riddled with facial deformities and lacked basic life skills.
Oh my
King
God.
Tut. In ancient Egypt, incest was encouraged within the royal family to keep the bloodline pure. Over the years after King Tut's tomb was discovered in 1922, there was a lot of speculation as to how he actually died. Now, after 2,000 plus scans of his remains, researchers are able to have an accurate depiction of how the ancient king actually looked. He is said to have had wide hips, a pronounced overbite, and a clubfoot due to incest. We now know that King Tut died from congenital side effects of the incest relationship between his parents. He himself was also in an incest relationship with his sister, who bore 2 stillborn children. Pearl Carter and Phil Bailey. In 2014, a couple made headlines when they decided to have a baby. Usually this wouldn't be a big deal, but when the mother is the father's grandmother, things get a bit strange. When Phil Bailey's mother died, he decided to find and reach out to her mother, who had given his mother up for adoption. He then found his grandmother, Pearl Carter, and they fell madly in love. They brag about being intimate 3 times a week and admit they are often bullied. In 2010, the couple decided to pay $20,000 to have a baby through an egg donor and surrogate mother. Mackenzie and John Phillips. Mackenzie Phillips, daughter of John Phillips from the Mamas and the Papas, has been an unofficial spokesperson for consensual incest relationships. Mackenzie revealed that her and her father had had a years-long affair that started when she was in her teens. She also revealed that John would talk about running away with her to Mexico, where they could get married and raise her younger siblings. Mackenzie's admissions have caused a lot of controversy in her family, even causing her younger sister to be hospitalized from anxiety. Ben Ford and Kim West. Kim West was shocked when she received a letter from her long-lost son, Ben Ford, who she had given up for adoption 30 years prior. The pair began to exchange phone calls and began to form a tight bond. Kim caught herself being attracted to her son and found that she was going through genetic sexual attraction. GSA occurs when family members become attracted to one another after meeting as adults. The mother and son agreed to meet at a hotel, and the rest was history. Ben left his wife of 2 years to start a family with his 51-year-old estranged mother.
Oh my God.
Virginia Woolf.
This is
one of the most celebrated English authors. Virginia Woolf had a very rough childhood with the early death of her parents. She was also the victim of a non-consensual incest relationship with her half-brother throughout her childhood. It was clear that she had suffered from the abuse, with her suicidal tendencies and images of drowning that haunted her. Woolf ended her life by drowning herself in 1941 at the age of 59. John and Jenny Deeves. After John Deeves and his wife divorced, he maintained a spotty relationship with their daughter Jenny Deeves until the father and daughter reconnected in 2000. The father and daughter soon became lovers and left their respective spouses to start a life together as a couple. They went on to have 2 children and ended up getting arrested under incest charges. The couple separated in fear of prison time and told their story to a captivated 60 Minutes audience in 2008. Barbara Daly Baekeland. Socialite Barbara Daly Baekeland was a wealthy American it girl, though she was hiding a dark secret. Baekeland suffered from severe mental instability, and it was so bad her husband ended up leaving her. Their son Anthony was left in his mother's custody. When she found out Anthony was having sexual relationships with men, she attempted to cure him by hiring prostitutes. When these attempts failed, Baekeland took matters into her own hands and coerced her son into sleeping with her. Tragically, it didn't work, and Anthony ended up stabbing his mother to death. George and Alice Voss. After winning £5.3 million in a British lottery, a couple was found to be brother and sister. The couple, George and Alex Voss, said they were reunited in 1983 as long-lost brother and sister. They decided to make sure they were in fact related, but when Alice's mother told her that she had never seen George before, the couple fell in love. After 25 years together, they won the lottery, and tabloid reporters were able to track down their family records. The couple was shocked that the press was able to find out they had the same mother, but different fathers after all. Amy Sword.
That's still gross.
After giving her son up for adoption 14 years prior, 36-year-old mother Amy Sword stopped receiving updates from his adoptive family. In an attempt to make sure he was okay, Sword decided to add him on Facebook. Sword then asked her son's adoptive family if she could spend some time with her biological son, and they agreed that Sword could meet him in a hotel room. When Sword saw her son, something came over her, and she no longer saw him as a son. She saw him as a boyfriend. The pair ended up having an incestuous relationship until Sword was arrested. In 2010, she was facing 9 to 30 years in prison because of the relationship with her son. Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh my God, you guys. That is... you guys already know why I stand with incest relationships, because I know I did the one where I think the brother and sister they're having sex or they got pregnant or some shit like that. I don't know, but that is disgusting. Okay, I mean, I know back in the old days, like when you think about it, Adam and Eve, obviously they were related because God made them, so they were God's children. But you know, they got fucked up and they ended up getting killed because they want to go listen to that damn snake. We'll listen to a snake, but anyways, when you think about it, from the beginning of days, there was only a man and a woman that God made. Technically, they were related because God made them. So, to produce more humans, they had to have sex with each other. So when you think about it, everybody was incest back in the day. You know, like King Tut, like they said, all of that. A lot of people was incest. There's a lot of royal families that were incest. You know, that's just, they just want to keep it in the family, I guess. But nowadays, it is not okay, obviously, because you can get arrested for it, and it is disgusting. I don't care if you did not grow up with your cousin or with, it doesn't matter. It is disgusting. That's where I stand. I do want to say this, and I don't care if they see this video, but I have cousins, or I have a cousin who is in a relationship with his first cousin. That's like my god sister, but she's not really blood related to me. That's like his dad's sister's daughter, if you see what I mean. My cousin, the reason why he's my cousin is because that's my mom's that's my auntie's son, and she's my mom's sister, so that's my first cousin. But he is with his first cousin from his dad's side. You get what I'm saying? So they're in a relationship, and they had a baby, and they got engaged recently. So to me, happy for you if that's what you want to do, but there's going to be some issues with the baby. I'm not saying I love the baby. He is adorable. He is my nephew. I'm just saying that I'm not holding anything against the baby because it was not his fault. He is here. God brought him here for a reason, and we're going to love him regardless. It's just, most of us in the family don't agree with their relationship because that cousin, we didn't grow up with him. My first cousin that I'm talking about, we did not grow up with him. He was adopted when he was younger. So we didn't meet him until he was 18 or 19, 18, something like that. He came back to Hawaii because he was living in the mainland. He was adopted by a family in the mainland. So when he came back, he met all of us, and he met his family from his dad's side. And then next thing you know, we didn't know they were having a relationship until we found out she gave birth. And we was like, who the fuck, who's the bad? And then that's when my auntie told me it was from her son. I was like, that is disgusting. There are cousins, not to make it even worse, they are first cousins. Their mom, his dad, and her mom are brother and sister. And I'm just saying, I do not agree with your guys' relationship. If you guys are watching this, cousins, I am sorry. I do not agree with your relationship with your first cousin because that is disgusting. But you know what? They want to say it's because they didn't grow up together and they don't see each other like that. But whatever, you guys are related. That's all I gotta say. That is gross. That's the only kind of incest I know in my family that is going on. That is gross. I'm not the only one who don't agree with what they're doing. I know there are other people in my family that don't agree with it, but they can't do nothing about it because that's their choice. You know, you can't do nothing. You just have to agree with it or don't agree with it. You don't have to do anything about it. That's just the way they want to live. That's the way they want to live. Like I'm gonna say again, that is gross. But anyways, y'all, I hope you guys like this reaction video. Please give it a big thumbs up, comment, and subscribe for more videos. And if there's a video on me to react to, please let me know in the comments below. Or you can hit me up on my social media sites to be listed in the description box down below. And the link for this original video will also be there, guys. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And if you are new to my channel, please hit that big red subscribe button because your girl is funny, and real as fuck. But I'll catch you guys later in the next video. Peace out, y'all.